I'm John Mike Keene. It's time to talk about UFOs, or their new name, which is UAPs, unidentified anomalous, I can't even say it, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Remember that one. Say that 5 times really fast. Here we go.
Thanks, Mr. Schellenberger, for his introductory remarks.
Unfortunately, there is a growing body of evidence that the U.S. government is not being transparent about what it knows about unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Unidentified anomalous phenomena. Unidentified anomalous phenomena. Unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Well, it's important that if the Pentagon or other federal agencies hiding these programs that they deny from the American public, and yet we learn recently that it actually does exist, the American people ought to know the truth and the facts. There's so much that we have overclassified. You can't talk about the date of some of the alleged UAP imagery, for example.
I like UFOs so much better. Anyways, the government's not being honest about it, according to this guy. That's Michael Schellenberger, one of my favorite journalists ever. I don't know what he's doing on this space case. He's got a lot of people calling him up and saying that they have seen footage of UFOs.
And that elements within the military and the IC are in violation of their constitutional duty to notify Congress of their operations.
Okay, and this is the rub. All of these organizations are supposed to submit themselves to Congress and tell them everything that they find. And they haven't been telling them what they found. They keep saying, oh, we have something, but they won't show it. So are they being secretive because they have something amazing? Or my theory, which I'll get to after this segment.
President-elect Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama have both said that the government has information about UAPs that it has not released. There are other explanations for UAPs than that they represent a new form of life or non-human life. Current dominant alternative theories, including those put forward by AARO, are that UAPs are some kind of natural phenomena we don't yet understand, like ball lightning or plasma. They could also be part of some new...
Oh, did you catch that? Hold on 1 second. This guy says no over that. Watch the guy to his left. This guy's like a total true believer in the UFOs. When Schellenberger says plasma, he's all, nope, watch his head.
Or that UAPs are some kind of natural phenomena we don't yet understand, like ball lightning or plasma. They could also be part of some new...
He goes, no, you dummy. They're not ball lightning or plasma. They're gray men. Now, I believe they don't have anything. I don't know. I'm a skeptic. You guys know that. I don't think they have anything, but all of these groups still need funding, right? They keep having going back to the Congress to ask for money. And Congress keeps saying, like, where's the evidence? Nancy Mays, that was one of the questions that she asked. She goes, you don't have anything to show, but you want more money to go look at it.
Have you seen any of this footage or these images?
I have not seen those images or footage, but of course we're going to want to go digging for it in a skiff right after this. But the question I asked Michael Schellenberger, the journalist who was there testifying today, was when he wrote this report about the Immaculate Constellation, was did he have more than one source? And the type of sourcing he used, he had multiple sources, they had clearances, they were very credible individuals, and that's really important detail when you're bringing forth this kind of information.
And that's the problem, is I think if they really wanted the money, they would have shown us something.
U.S. or foreign government weapons programs such as drones, aircraft, balloons, CGI, hoaxes, or birds. Whatever UAPs are, Congress must be informed, as must the people of the United States. We have a right to know what UAPs are, no matter what they are.
And that's the bigger thing, is I don't get why they're hiding even all this. We've seen some blurry footage released, and it's fascinating. Spheres, balls, things floating through the sky, all that. The people have a right to know.
However, we now have existing and former U.S. government officials who have told Congress that AARO and the Pentagon have broken the law by not revealing a significant body of information about UAPs, including military intelligence databases that have evidence of their existence as physical craft. One of those individuals is a current or former U.S. government official acting as a UAP whistleblower. This person has written a report. This is the report that says the executive branch has been managing UAP, NHI issues without congressional knowledge, oversight, or authorization for some time, quite possibly decades.
It's true they've been doing spook work for decades, but they have to submit themselves to someone in our government that we elect.
I mean, it was suggesting that around the time that Lou Elizondo and Chris Mellon helped get those black and white videos out in 2017, that's when this like shadow program was spun up to kind of vacuum up all the data in a way that the public would not know. That, the allegation, if I understand it correctly, was that it was done out of the executive branch, which would have been President Trump at the time. The president right now, he seems to be, or the president-elect seems to be appointing some pretty heavy hitters that have been demanding UAP transparency to his cabinet, like Rubio, Ratcliffe. What do you think we're going to see next year when Trump takes office on this?
I hope that we'll have the most transparent and accountable administration in U.S. history, not just for UAPs, but across the board with every single federal agency, because the American people overwhelmingly voted for the truth and voted for transformational changes within the federal government. And that should be one of them. Transparency should be a part of that. We had great witnesses today, including the Admiral Gallaudet, who said that, emails were deleted when they started talking about the UAPs that were witnessed on a ship when they were out and deployed at sea.
It's not fair that they go off and do that. We're paying for it, and they're not going to give us, our representatives, the truth. Sorry, you can't do your little shadow government spooky work. You got to release it all.
So we learned a lot of information. We learned information that the government denies. They say there is no there. These things don't exist. But yet we learned today that there are federal employees and individuals injured by crashed craft retrieval programs and being paid by the government and compensated. So you can't tell me it doesn't exist, and yet you have people who've been harmed by retrieving craft, and are being paid by the government for those injuries. So it doesn't add up, and we have a lot more to investigate. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Now, again, like I said, there's two theories. Most people believe that they actually have aliens and crashed things and crashed reverse engineered things, or they're demons or interdimensional beings or whatever. And that's what they're hiding, that the technology's too amazing and too scary while we reverse engineer it. But I believe they don't have anything but little blurry films. And that's why they don't want to release it to the public, because they want to keep getting funded. As soon as they release the evidence and people see that there's none, their whole thing is going to get shut down and they lose their money. That's my own theory on it.
The report to Congress details in detail various UAPs, including spheres, orbs, discs, saucers, ovals, triangles, boomerang, arrowhead, and irregular organic.
Yeah, I guess they like children's shapes. They sound like they're playing with blocks.
Another source came forward who told me that they saw a roughly 13-minute long, high-definition, full-color video of a white orb UAP coming out of the ocean approximately 20 miles off the coast of Kuwait. It was filmed from a helicopter. Then halfway through the video, the person said the orb is joined by another orb that briefly comes into the frame from the left before rapidly moving again out of the frame. The person discovered the video on SIPR, the Secure Internet Protocol Router Network, which the DoD uses to transmit classified information.
Now, that story is interesting because the guy pulled it off a server. He wasn't supposed to have access to it. So that would be one way that we could find the video hidden by our government, is if a guy was monitoring the server. But still, it was hearsay. They don't show us the video. It's a guy telling you there was an orange orb and it was floating around. I go, while you're at it, it broke into 16 donut shapes. They never show the video. Show it. Don't tell me another spook story. I don't want to hear it. I don't believe in UFOs until I see it clear. I don't believe in aliens until I see them clear. I don't believe in crashed footage or crashed site or crashed documents, because it's all, you'll notice all of it, it's word of mouth. It's all one guy saying, I swear, I seen a light and I seen a footage. And that's what I'm skeptical of. I want hard evidence.
The Pentagon, the intelligence community is treating us like children. It's time for us to know the truth about this. I think that we can handle it. Thank you very much.
At the very least, and this just happened last 3 days ago, at the very least, they should tell us the truth. Even if they have nothing, they could say, look, we have nothing. It is not an option for them to not reveal all the information to us and for them to not tell the truth. I'm John Mike Keene. What do you guys think? Do you believe in UFOs? What are these UAPs? Tell me.